Morning. I got to show you guys what I'm working on. I had to go buy more nails yesterday. That's why I quit a little on the early side. I shut down around, I guess it was around 5 o'clock I quit. But I got the lift and I started framing the ceiling for the insulation and the plywood. And I got one of the tarps up, one of the, the folding wall. But I'm gonna change this. I put it on a cable system. So on that end, there's an eyelet that's the cable's connected to. On this end, it's connected to a turnbuckle so I can tighten that cable. And then I can just grab that wall and just slide it along the cable and bunch it up against the wall on each side in the spring and summer and fall when I'm getting equipment in and out here. And then in the winter, we can just grab that tarp and pull it closed. And then it only heats this side of the shop, and that side over there is cold storage. But what I'm gonna change is I'm gonna take and flip the cable around. I want the turnbuckle at that end. Because of the fact that the turnbuckle is like 7 inches, and that creates like a 7-inch gap in the middle when I put the other side up. So I'm gonna flip it around and put the cable at that end and not string one eyelet of the tarp through it so it can go over past it and overlap, and then I can screw it to that pole. You get what I'm saying? But I'm gonna finish framing this ceiling in today and get insulation going. And once the insulation's all up, and then I can start running some heat in here. I mean, I still run heat in here, but it kind of just goes out. But once the insulation gets up there, it'll keep the heat in better. And then that way, once insulation is up, then I can start concentrating on this wall system and get the wall put up the way I want it put up, I guess is the best way to describe it. It should work fine, in theory, but it's not exactly where I want it. Originally, when we were discussing this is where we were discussing on putting it, on this truss. But the bigger trucks that come in from like the back bumper's at that door and the front bumper will be at this tarp. So I wanted to push this wall system back just a little bit to give us a little more room around the front of the bigger trucks, but the tractors and everything are, well, you can see how it's packed. It's like right there. So I didn't really have that option of pushing it back. Maybe next year, I don't know. We're gonna see how this works out. We might do some tweaking and fine tuning for next year. Like I said in the past, we're not going to insulate the sidewalls just yet. We're gonna see how this works before we spend the money on spray insulation. But who knows what's gonna happen next year. All right, I'm gonna get cracking on this. I got this framework, I've got the boards cut for this already, and then I need to continue it down, and then I can start insulating this and then move over to this side. I keep getting called away to do this and do that, but I have managed to finish framing that small section, and I started putting up insulation. So hopefully I can get all of this insulated, hopefully in the next couple days, because they're talking I think it's tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow night it's supposed to dip down into like low teens, and it's only supposed to be a high of like 20 degrees on Thursday. So if I can get this insulated, get that other tarp up, then I can fire up the furnace and keep the heat in here while I'm putting the plywood up. At least that's my intention. But I'm gonna go up and keep putting insulation in. You guys want to go for a ride with me? Here we go. Whee! Fun, right? That's it. I just do that over and over and over and over again until I'm all the way across the barn. This is why you always cut twice, measure once. Oops. Like it didn't even happen. I had to plug the lift in. She's getting low on electricity. I have all this insulated up to here. So now I need to do above the stairs over here. But in order to do that, I have to move that bunk of plywood and then get the lift like alongside the stairs so I can do this edge, and then I can do that edge like from the loft. So I'm going to kind of bounce back and forth just to finish that section off for insulation, and then I can get excuse me, I got some pink of that, the pink itchy stuff, the scratchy cotton candy in my throat. Then I can put this wall up and take this wall back down like I want and flip it around, do the, you know, flip the hook thing. But I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to finish that section, and then maybe tomorrow morning I'll put this wall up and then take care of that way this tarp is taken care of, and then I can focus on this section of the roof. I ran out of go-go juice in my elevator, but I have just basically over the stairs right there to fill in those few spots. And then pretty much from the edge of the door that way is ready for sheeting. And I'm going to insulate this whole thing and get that tarp wall up before I start doing sheeting. That way it kind of holds the heat in here better with the furnace going, because it's supposed to get really cold like in 2 days. So my goal tomorrow is to finish that insulation, get this tarp wall up, and then start framing in this section of the roof ceiling and get it insulated. At any rate, I have to run to the hardware store because I'm lacking on a few objects. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and do another video tomorrow. I have noticed it's quieter in here. Like, my voice doesn't echo as much, so I'm kind of pleased with that. which probably means it's going to be louder in here with machinery running and things like that. But at any rate, I'm gonna end the video here. Run to the hardware store. Holy crap. I'm getting that itchy cotton candy in me. And hit it hard tomorrow. So I'm gonna end the video here. I'll start a new video tomorrow. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.